Alright, so we're starting a pretty lengthy project here out in Ferndale, new development. We're going to be installing brand new landscaping for the entire place. There's going to be a fence along this side of the house. Up front here will be a retaining wall with natural boulders, and then installing a lawn with sod. We'll go around the back here. Get flower beds all in here. You can see right now it's pretty much a blank canvas. Got a whole bunch of dirt from the foundation, which we'll have to grade out. We'll be putting a small retaining wall in here because as you can see, this grade of the soil dips down into this field here and against the chain link fence. So we want to create a bit of a boulder wall here just to keep some retainment. Back of the house here, beautiful view over the valley. Fence will also start in this back corner and run along this west side of the property here, all the way back to the front where there'll be a gate. So gotta get rid of all the soil, all this stuff back here, grade it out. Got 32 yards of soil being delivered today. We got excavator and skid steer coming in. So this is the other side of the front yard here where we will put the retaining wall all along here and then backfill the front yard with soil, put topsoil today. And plants and all that will go in a couple weeks after the fence is installed. Alrighty, so progress is being made here. First course of rock is in, and soil is being put in behind on the front yard here. Okay, so today we are going to be rototilling this lawn out. We've already started the rototilling. Now we're going to install a flower bed. Essentially, it's getting rid of this whole lawn. So all in here was a whole bunch of lawn. Sprayed it, took it out. Going to make it into a flower bed. Put a bunch of nice garden blend soil in there. A little bit of rain delaying the project here, but the fence posts are being placed today. In like 7 to 10 days, we'll be able to put up the panels. For now, just placing these in, cementing them in. Next week, we're gonna have to wait for all this to dry up a bit. We brought in a whole bunch of soil, took out those big mounds that were here before, and started spreading soil here. But as you can see, got just a whole bunch of standing water. We'll have to wait till next week to bring in more soil and put in sod back here. Got the little man out today. We had built this retaining wall with natural stone. The client wasn't super thrilled with it, wanted a little bit different design, so we'll be redoing it today. So it turns out we need a whole lot more soil at this job. Ends up we're going to be bringing almost 100 yards in here. This side of the house is extremely wet. As you can see here, there's still quite a bit of ruts. Super soft, so bringing a lot more soil than expected. This whole area in the back is pretty much done as far as grading. The wall here, you can see, has been placed in. Essentially how this works is you get what's called wall stone. So if you look at this, it's cut on top and on the bottom. So it stacks up really nice. It's called dry stack. And so you can actually use this to have a double wall, essentially where it's just a dry stack, there's nothing on this side. Because it's not really meant for retaining walls, so you can't really do it more than 2-3 feet high. But here we just put mulching behind, was planted with blend. We put some flowers and things like that. A nice dry stack wall all the way around this tree. So today we're just kind of finishing up, putting in that soil. We'll roll it tomorrow now we finally have some sunshine. And then hydro seed it next week and get a brand new lawn. Gorgeous morning here in Birch Bay. Today we're going to be working here next to the Sandcastle and Worldmark Resorts in Birch Bay. Right in here you can see in between the parking lots there's this area. It's supposed to be gravel, but there's all these weeds. It just needs refreshed with some drain rock. So we're going to be putting 28 yards of drain rock in here today, and we'll be able to do it with a beautiful view like that. Alright, so week 2 on this project. The wall up here has been finished, backfilled, and now the next couple days we'll be installing sod, installing bark mulch. All right, so putting in the sod now. Plants have been placed, and we got several different types of plants. A whole bunch of azaleas there in the front, heather, cypress, spruce, and in the back here still laying sod. About halfway done the sod today, putting in the mulch also on the beds, and then just placing the plants. Tomorrow we'll knock out the rest of the backyard with the sod installation, and then just finish up some of the fine-tuning details of the mulch and the flower beds. Another beautiful day here, and just kind of wrapping up the sod job, planting plants today. So everything's in place, wall is completed, sod's in, and today all these plants will get planted into the ground. So finally started to take shape. Next week that fence will go in, all the panels, and we'll be wrapping things up. Fence and gates are being installed today. It's what's called good neighbor paneling. So what that means is from both sides it looks the same, and you can kind of see through the slats. But gates, everything's kind of being finished up today. Alright, so I had a project here in Semiahmoo, and I'm kind of getting to this job a little late, so we missed kind of the before. But essentially we're grading this entire place. It's a 2-day project, and we are going to be grading this entire lawn. It used to be really bumpy. There used to be stumps all in here, and it was really steep right here. And so it was really hard for them to mow off their deck and everything here. So we're just grading this all out, and then all the bottom part down there, we're gonna flatten out and then hydro seed it on day 2. All right, so this is the project. You can see in the back here, all of this is just not growing. All this grass, there was a snow drift that sat in here over the winter, and with all the snow that we had, a lot of it died. So they tried reviving it, tried fertilizing, seeding, all of that, and it just happens every single year. So now they're gonna put in the pathway and the bark mulch. All right, so now the path is installed. Put a couple boulders in. Usually you could also put some edging along here, like usually put like a 4-inch black in here, or like even railroad ties. But if you're going for that natural look, this does the trick. So one of today's job was to pull out these little arborvitae. They're only like 4 feet, no problem. Hook them up to a truck, pull them out with a chain. No. Look at the root ball in these guys. That's one arborvitae cut back, and that root ball alone weighs over 1,000 pounds. And so we got our work cut out for us. What turned out to be supposedly a 2-hour job is going to require skid steer and several pounds of debris hauled to the dump. Great. So everything was going fine and dandy here until it started to rain. And so we're trying to rush getting this thing raked out with the attachment on the Bobcat. Out here trying to level this yard so it can get hydro seeded tomorrow. Alright, so we installed this bed using a stump, and then this is the kind of finished product with the grading, and now it's time for hydro seeding. Now the client can easily mow on this grade and not risk taking the mower. Just doing a gravel install on a driveway here, refreshing the gravel. Lots of weeds are growing, so we'll spray it all and install about 1.5 to 2 inches clear crushed gravel.